And that's where you're at, Madd Illz. Sorry, I don't hate you as a human being. Like, do I want Joshua Carrasco to die? No. Would I care if he did? No.
What did you think of our last interview? Like the reaction
I
from
think
it?
I think I was kind of like all super Adderalled out. So I was like moving super fast. I looked twacked out.
People thought that you were in your bathroom sitting on the toilet.
I was like next to my computer and like,
I
you know
know.
what? I had my girl and a bunch of people were over there, so I didn't want them all on camera looking crazy and shit. So like the angle looked for I look like a fucking rackhead for sure.
But it was funny because somebody said Lush looks like a lawyer that shows up if you call Top Dog Law.
No, that's so accurate. Like the wrinkled button up. There's like a wrinkled Gucci button up, but it's still wrinkled.
Oh my God. That had me dying. Well,
You know, but like and look, today, unfortunately, I didn't even have the wherewithal to take a shower or a shave. I couldn't even like get cleaned up because like I was in bed dope sick as fuck right before this interview. But you know what I mean?
man, no wonder you took so long. You kept on saying, oh, I'll be there in 3 minutes. And I was like, man, it's been it's been an hour now.
No, I told Dolby literally like I feel like I had you captive for 56 hours. I feel terrible. Like you've been like, yeah.
It's all good, man. I understand. So
But that's the cold part is because it's like I'm actually still super productive despite that. But anyways, go ahead.
yeah, you are. You're what do they call it? You're a productive addict, right? Like yeah, functioning addict, yeah. So in the last interview, you spoke about Madd Illz and the downfall of grind time. Madd Illz saw it and he had a big reaction. He posted
that nobody saw or cared about. Why? Because nobody gives a fuck about Madd Illz. Madd Illz, you suck. You've effectively removed yourself from the hip hop conversation. I don't care. Not only are you out of the battle rap conversation, you're out of the hip hop conversation, which sucks because despite the fact that it's, oh, look at the skills and I'm rapping like this, and you know, like, even though it's like all super corny, you technically, due to your cadence and polysyllabic rhyme schemes, and really you still are rapping about Balrog in 2026 and using Street Fighter references, you do have a certain skill set, which is conducive to a live crowd and parlor tricks and that people think is that don't know anything about the culture or music. They think that you're half good if they don't know anything. Like you're great to those kind of people. But Madd Illz, you suck. Everything I said was true. You're not respected in battle rap. In fact, ask the top tier battle rappers who you are. They don't know. Sue Surf does not probably know who Madd Illz is, bro. Fucking Tay-Rock does not know who Madd Illz is. You feel me? A-Ward is white. He knows who Madd Illz is, but he doesn't care, and he thinks you're a you feel me? Everybody, nobody likes you, Madd Illz. The only people still defending you are the other losers that you indoctrinated in the fucking scene in the ozone in Orlando. And you're not from Orlando. You're from Texas. You're not, look, hey, here's the kill shot. Want me to just destroy Madd Illz right now? Madd Illz, aka the Mexican goat, can't speak Spanish, doesn't speak Spanish, the quote unquote Mexican goat. Now, I understand that's a conquistador's language. You want to stay true to your roots, raza. No, that's not one. Because you're a no sabo fucking lame who's disconnected from the culture, who says things like Viva raza because you want to engage crowds, but you're very far removed. I'm more Mexican than you'll ever be. Let's put it like that. And the Mexican stuff we made way more. If you're from a Mexican live, where the fuck is you from, bitch? On top of that, Madd Illz, you were in the military. You were a Marine. In the Marines, you worked Border Patrol. And you killed people trying to immigrate. You shot somebody dead. I was trying to immigrate to America, bro. I know the truth. You know why I know that? Because you fucking told me. I swore on the Bible. I swore on my mom's memory. I swore on my legacy. May I fucking, if I'm making this up, may I get AIDS, cancer, and fucking immediate dysentery and die in 6 minutes flat. Ducky fresh on. May I get finger banged by fucking I forget about his ghost in hell for the rest of my existence if I'm lying. All right? Madd Illz, you murdered an immigrant from Mexico trying to come to America to get a better life and spent the entirety of your career since then talking about the government's janky and extolling the virtues of the raza when you actually killed somebody coming to America to make a better life for themselves. You are the most disingenuous piece of shit, lecherous, fake scumbag on the planet, part of hip hop culture. No, you're not. You belong freestyling monosyllabic rhyme schemes with KRS-One, doing AI videos of your fucking terrible songs that fail to crack 60 views because you're a fucking hack, you're a joke, you're a toy, and you're a fucking lame. So I don't give a fuck what that bitch had to say about me. Before I get done up. And I'll do a show and fucking bring more people out in your city. Pussy.
Well, let me just say though, he did just go on tour, on a birthday tour. So people did go out to his shows and people do care to see him, okay? So and Icon did perform at one of the shows too.
What? Kevin, you scared. Don't come on, bro. You're supposed to be impartial, bro. You're supposed to be. How are you gonna do Madd Illz like that? Come on.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, Josh. I'm sorry. But when even the media knows what a joke you are, it's pretty funny at this point.
I'm not making fun of him. I'm saying though, like people did go to his show though, and Icon performed there. Icon the Mic King, he performed at one of the shows too. There was other people that pulled up. I think Penn might have pulled up too. But
Icon, please don't. Icon, don't waste your really hard-earned SEO money on any endeavors featuring Madd Illz. Please, I don't want to hit the next man's pockets, but please, Icon, you're better than that. Do better. Please, Icon, please, I beg you. Like, you deserve so much better. You're so much more talented. Poison Pen is the nicest human being on the planet. He's everyone's big homie. Of course he's gonna be nice with Madd Illz. But it is hard. He knows Madd Illz ruined grind time and he thinks he's a fucking joke too, probably. He's gonna be like,
well, when I asked Penn about it during our interview, he said he stayed out of it. Y'all business was y'all business. He was doing his thing. You know, when I interviewed Real Deal, he said he only had positive interactions with Illz.
You're talking to the nicest people ever.
Well, nah, I am planning on interviewing Illz if he still agrees to do it after this interview, because now that he's seen you go off like this,
no, interview
he might not do it anymore after seeing you go off
like
this.
Let him crack 1,000 views. It's been years. It's been years since he destroyed our company. And fucking, hey, you know what nobody knows about? You know what Madd Illz bitch ass did? He secretly fucking sold the Grind Time channel. You feel me? He sold it, and it was bought by fucking Fresco and Word of Play, two successful battle rappers, you feel me, from the Grind Time platform. And they gave to King of the Dot, they gave to Organic, and that fucking Madd Illz changed the password. Even though he got paid and he stole Grind Time back, and he still has control over it, even though he doesn't technically own the channel. He's lucky Organic doesn't fist fuck his asshole with a flaming fist.
Wow.
Like Bambaataa saw. Madd Illz is the biggest piece of shit in battle rap history. The only reason I can't say biggest is because he wasn't important enough. He didn't leave enough of an imprint to be important to the culture. Madd Illz sucks, fool.
Can I read what he wrote after he saw your segment from the last interview? Okay.
Sure, McCann prediction. Love my money because you know I'm truth. Because you know I'm getting to an own booth. Madd Illz because I got the sales. AP6, you know I got a ability to analyze analog. Shut the fuck up, dude. You suck. Ballistic, spatialism, booty bandit, papada.
So we're getting into
you suck.
So we're getting into that time period where people are gonna lie about how Grind Time now started. Just remember, their story starts after we blew up on World Star. I also question your intelligence to continuously believe a junkie who's relapsed and become the laughingstock of the most culture vulture podcast of all time. I still have the email where Quest McCody quits because Lush stealing money and Immaculate chimes in and pulls out too because the same thing. If his story,
real quick, does Immaculate Quest McCody still fuck with Madd Illz? Do they follow him on social media? Are they friends with him? Do they engage with him? No. Are they friends with me? Yes. Me and Ilmac got multiple tattoos together after that. We're both from the same crew. Chris McCody, we've been in multiple fucking suites in different cities. You feel me? Stayed together. That's my dog. Shut the fuck up. Keep going.
If his story isn't about the missing money that tore everyone apart, then let's really expose this shit. Because I'm the architect of Grind Time Now, and I have all the receipts.
Okay. I'll give credit when credit is due. You deserve absolutely nothing. You deserve none. You didn't do shit. You fucking suck. You didn't invent nothing. I'll be completely genuine. All right. So Madd Illz did help in the early stages of Grind Time. And he was a huge part of the initial success. I'm not going to take that away from him. Yeah, first of all, him acting like he created Grind Time is super disingenuous. That's Direct's baby, bro. Direct. You're not the architect. Fat Illz, Dad Illz, Fat Pills, bought a prostitute and got caught. Has charges for buying prostitutes because he's fucking weird and lame. Madd Illz, the fat loser. Yeah, you, the dude that fucking, oh, I want my verse, hug me. Oh, Jessica Rabbit, no bitches like me. Let me try to have bitches around, but no bitches like me because I'm fat and ugly. So I'll buy a prostitute and scare the pussy away because I'm gay. Yeah, Madd Illz, that same guy, bro. All right? Here's what he did. Direct already had a radio show called Grind Time Radio. In the wake of the jump off WRCs falling apart in 2007 and the popularization and success of the Elements League, Paste's homies up there in fucking Nova Scotia, Canada, Direct was inspired to create Grind Time. He was a young kid at the time, his early 20s, still in college. I think he was like 20. Couldn't even buy a legal drink yet. Madd Illz was already killing people trying to enter America and get better life as citizens. Madd Illz is like an ICE agent. Ice Ice Baby is Madd Illz's favorite song. Ice Cube is his favorite rapper, and Ice-T is his favorite actor. And he is essentially a more successful ICE agent because not only did he try to stop people from immigrating, he killed them and made sure they could never even enter the country. I have proof of that, by the way, Madd Illz, you stupid bitch. So, on top of that, all right, Madd Illz. Direct started Grind Time. He didn't know anybody really in the scene. He had more connections in the local Orlando hip hop scene. He started talking to people. We started helping him book venues and expand his reach. You get props for that. You know the biggest thing you did for Grind Time, Madd Illz? The best thing you did. When you said, I hit up Madd Illz in 2008, I was like, hey, my crew just threw the fucking Oakland prelim for Scribble Jam. We hosted it, brought out like 1,000 people. Your first live, I think, won attention one. Dope bottles, dope ass show we headlined. What's up? I want to go perform at the Orlando Scribble Jam too. Could we go perform there? And Madd Illz was like, yeah, we were cool at the time, right? Then he asked me, do you want to battle unorthodox phrases too? And at first I was like, nah. And I thought about it for a second. And I was like, yeah, I do. Because I already had it in my head that I was going to do my own battle rap thing in the West Coast. I was already throwing the Scribble prelims, doing all that. But I really like Direct. And once I saw, he's right. He was there before the viral thing. He was there before, right when the World Star shit happened, when Johnny Storm versus Mosh Johnson went on World Star, got 40,000 views overnight. Madd Illz was a part of that. Can't fucking deny that. I'll give him his props when he deserves it. That's why everything else I'm saying deserves the weight that it has, because I'll give him his props where it's deserved. And I'm not lying. I'm not revising history. I'm not trying to make it look more advantageous. He was the one, even before Direct, he was like, do you want to battle Him asking me if I wanted to battle Unorthodox Phrases is the greatest contribution he ever had to Grind Time because it brought me in. And that was the first fucking 100,000 view battle. That was the first fucking viral piece of content after the John Storm and Mosh battle. You know what I'm saying? And that was what made all the really good battle rappers, aka my friends, Thesaurus, Ilmat, Passaurus, all that, see that they could do this in this format and be successful and it would work out for them in their career. And then they all hopped on it. And they all did Battle of the Bay 1 that I set up. And because I was gonna start my own shit. And I told Direct and Madd Illz, I was like, hey, like, could I want to do Grind Time West Coast. Let's make it happen. And they're like, well, we'll talk about it and we'll see. I was like, okay. I'm telling you guys right now, either you're gonna let me do that or I'm just gonna do my own shit. And then let me do that. And then I wound up within 6 months becoming a co-owner, CEO of the company. Why? Because I demonstrated more value than anybody. Because I put my own money up. Because I built that channel off of my blood, sweat, tears, and dollars. Madd Illz was afraid to fucking pay the fucking security. Madd Illz didn't even want to pay Melody to work the door. The lady that worked the door, shouts to Melody to this day. Nobody from his team, none of his artists, none of his friends, they don't fuck with him. They fuck with me because I did right, because I was legit, because I paid them, because I built them up, because I built that platform, because I sacrificed my last dollar. My fucking freedom was risking with moving packs and selling dope to fund Grind Time. Shut the fuck up, Madd Illz, you stupid Border Patrol ass bitch.
What about his contributions from the battle side of him battling?
He was a mid-ax battle rapper that like was good at parlor tricks, like doing APC freestyles and like had the same kick this, use this as a souvenir for getting your ass kicked. Like his favorite punchline that he said in Scribble, he had used in lounge battles already, you feel me, years before. Madd Illz is a half, bro. He's mid. He's successful. He's one of the more successful battle rappers in Florida history. Him and Parable were a dominant team in the ATL division of the WRCs. He won some local tournaments and was like a quarterfinalist or second rounder at most of the Scribble Jams he was in. He lost to White Mike. He lost to fucking No Can't Do. He lost to, can't really see any like notable victories against top tiers that he had at Scribble. He lost a lot of the battles, bro. He's mid.
So when I interviewed Real Deal, he brought up a time when Grind Time, after you guys had left, started uploading like fight videos or something.
I was still there.
What?
I was still there. I was like, so the whole thing, there's a bunch of situations that I brought and Direct brought, and people like Penn or different like successful people on Grind Time would bring to the table. Cap as well, you know, certain times as well, or bring things to the table. And because of like the unneeded filibusterish bureaucracy that Madd Illz put in place to try to protect his stake in this company, a lot of things wouldn't wind up going the way they were supposed to do. I brought all the things that he accomplished, he brags about, like we were on paid dues, the Vans Warped Tour, and Rock the Bells within a year. Yeah, bitch. Because Merce, fucking Kevin Lyles, and all those fools, Kevin Lyman, and those fools all reached, and Chang Weisberg reached out to me. They booked me. And I put Grind Time on Vans Warped Tour. I put Grind Time on fucking paid dues. I put Grind Time on Rock the Bells. And then Madd Illz would interject with his bureaucracy and everything would get all fucked up by the end of it. Hence, all these situations, like the Arisu clothing deal, the aforementioned deals that I just mentioned, as well as things like situations with companies like Felony Fights, I would make the introduction, I would build up the relationship, and then Madd Illz would get it so difficult and would red tape anything that would come through, to the point where it would have no life left by the time it was ready to actually be unleashed to the world. And at that point, it's like, go ahead, Madd Illz, You took the fun out of this. You made it gay as fuck. You could have control. So when that footage started coming out, it was already whack. It was already lame. It was already watered down. We were already over it. But new booty Madd Illz, fucking prostitute buying border patrol, decided years afterwards, oh, this will be a good idea. Let me do this now. I'm a fucking idiot that no one respects. Boom. That's why I looked as gay as he did.
Because Real Deal was saying that Mac Lethal ended up commenting, like saying, I'm embarrassed to have ever been a part of this, basically. Is that true?
Yeah. I mean, like, Mac Lethal saw firsthand because I love Mac. First of all, shout out to Mac. When Mac first came on the scene, as far as when he re-entered the battle scene, and he had been fucking with Grindtown, but his first battle when he re-entered the written realm, like his first battle, I want to say since Scribble, was February of 2011 when he battled Thesaurus in Grindtown. And when he was added to that card, he was added like 2 or 3 days before the event because some bullshit happened and he was a replacement battle. Turned out being an amazing thing, and thank God him and the Source were down for that. But the DNA Diz battle fell apart. There's a gang of shit falling apart. So like Madd Illz's tiny cock had ravaged the butthole of Grind Time at this point. So it was pretty much there's very little juice to squeeze, although his tiny cock was trying to python around it as much as it could. It just like he has such little influence, power, and respect from the community. Unless you're like a KRS One, then you're like it's the only people that even would validate his terrible perspective in life. So it was like, it was pretty difficult for anything to get done. So Mac Lethal, when he came aboard Grindtown, was already, you know what? I'm wrong. He did one battle before that. Excuse me, let me correct myself. He battled Jerkback Dan on WrestleMania 2 in Florida. And that was August of 2010. So that's about 8 months before that. And when he did that battle, half of the battles wound up dropping on Grind Time. The other half dropped on Andy Milanakis' channel. Shouts to Andy. But they dropped on his channel because Cap didn't want to keep giving footage to Madd Illz that was paying Madd Illz. He left Grind Time because of Madd Illz. Everybody left Grind Time because of Madd Illz. The fact that this even needs to be repeated at this point, and the only people that won't refute it because I know they can't, but would even like offer a little bit of bail to this pathetic, lecherous human being are people like Real Deal and Poison Pen, who are the nicest human beings and kindest souls on God's green earth, who just are so nice to everybody. You have to really do some fucked up shit to piss these guys off to make them. Not that either of them are bitch men, because they're not bitches. Madd Illz is a bitch, but they're both too kind to really fucking go out on a limb and say how they really feel. They both know he sucks and everybody hates him, bro.
But Lush, the last interview you were saying that you were open to squashing it with him. Why are you going so hard this time though?
I don't have beef with him. I just am being honest about how I feel. This is really how I feel.
Okay.
I don't have beef with him. I don't have hate for him. I don't want to fucking fight Madd Illz. I'm like, I don't care. I think he's a lame. I think he's a pathetic ass bitch. I think he sucks as a rapper. I think his contributions to hip hop are fucking culture vulture and lame as fuck. Him, like, to this day, doing interviews with like white business people that are outside of hip hop and have no idea what's going on and try to disingenuously portray that he was like some innovator, like the modern era of hip hop. Even like in those, like when he's doing those lectures to kids, he's like, hey, if you know successful clothing brands like Fluffy Cupcakes, like you're so removed culturally from what's even moving the needle. You're using these obscure, irrelevant, retarded examples because you were never a part of what was hot. You were never had your finger on the pulse and you were never a part of hip hop. You're some weird kid from the outskirts of fucking San Antonio who wound up joining the military, had a couple halfway decent freestyles and listened to Tech Nine, shot some immigrants, you feel me, moved to Florida as a fucking teenager and decided you wanted to be a battle rapper, were mid as fuck and started like trying to dick ride and dick road your way into being a part of something that doesn't respect you now. And that's where you're at, Madd Illz. Sorry, I don't hate you as a human being. Like, do I want Joshua Carrasco to die? No. Would I care if he did? No. You feel me? Do I care about the feelings of anybody related to him? No. You feel me? He's a piece of shit. This fool killed people trying to immigrate. And then raps about, we're doing this for the people and the little kids. His favorite phrase is, I do this for the immigrants and the little kids. Watch any Madd Illz freestyle. He's going to rhyme little kids and immigrants.